If you happen to visit a spot where the light is very bright, your eyes have a tough time adjusting to it. You squint and all. So, what do you use in such scenarios? It's very simple. You simply take on your sunglasses and wear them. And now you are very comfortable in that bright scenario. But what happens if you take the camera to such a bright scenario and the camera can't adjust its settings? In that case, the camera also requires sunglasses. But as you know, there are no sunglasses for the camera. But we do have something which you can put on your camera and it will act as a sunglass for your camera. Yes, these are the ND filters, or also known as the neutral density filters. In this episode, I will talk about these neutral density filters. Welcome guys to ShutterTux. I am Gaurav Prabhu and let's begin this episode. So this is a ND filter guys. As you can see, it's circular in shape and they come in varying size. It depends upon the diameter of the lens. So when you are purchasing an ND filter, you need to mention the diameter of your lens to get one that fits on your lens. So what these filters do, you may ask. They are known as ND filters. The name itself defines their purpose. ND means neutral density. Neutral means they won't cast any color or any other tint on your image, and density means they come in specific density, and by density I mean they will reduce the light entering your camera. Let me show you now itself as to how they affect the images in your camera. I will screw this on my camera right now. As you can see, the light has drastically reduced. So this is what we use NDs for. Let me unscrew the filter for a second so you can see me clearly. Wow, that's good, nice and bright. So the purpose of this ND filter is to reduce the light entering the camera. Now you may ask, one can reduce the light using the ISO, the shutter speed and various other settings of the camera. But there are times when you need to use this ND filter. Let me give you an example. Suppose you are filming in broad daylight. You keep the ISO at the lowest your camera offers and yet you are getting an overexposed image. So in that case, you will screw a ND filter. Even there is another scenario, you are shooting at night time but the light isn't too low and yet you need a further slower shutter speed to get those nice smooth trails in your photograph. So even at that time, you will use an ND filter. A third use of the ND filter is when you are using the flash during daytime and you need to be in the flash synchro range of your camera. I will explain all these terms in a later episode, in a later video, and that will be great. And continuing on the ND filters, these come in varying densities as I told you. There are also variable ND filters. Those are a single filter but they act as they have many filters in them. So you just turn the ring on the filter and it will change its density from low to medium to high. But let me tell you guys, it's very easy. The cheaper variable ND filters are not so good. So if you are getting a variable ND filter, please get one from a good brand. And I highly recommend that you do not use a variable ND filter but go with these ones. These come in varying densities. It will be mentioned on the filter. So now this is ND8. So it will cut almost 4 stops of light. The equation is simple. I will put a chart right beside me so you will know as to how much light the filter cuts. I will also discuss these stops and other aspects of light in a future episode. But for now on, the higher the density, the darker the image. That's very simple. So if you want to shoot in broad daylight, you need to get a higher density filter. It's easy, right? And that's how you will be able to create those shots in daytime which were impossible without the ND filter. In short, an ND filter is like a sunglass for your camera lens, and that's how I like to define it. That's it for today guys, and I will see you in a later episode. Till then, take care.